Perform on our galas at Carnegie Hall. Our new season of auditions for classical musicians is now available. Performance opportunities for students, young professionals, and seasoned artists. Perform as a soloist or chamber ensemble at Carnegie Hall. Perform a concerto with the New York Chamber Players at Carnegie Hall. Composers submit their works to be premiered at Carnegie Hall. Audition live from the comfort of your own home. Get live evaluations from expert judges and expand your online presence through our international internet broadcasts. Additional award and performance opportunities are also available. Visit our website for full details. Don't miss out on these wonderful opportunities to advance as a musician and perform on a world-renowned stage. We look forward to hearing your performances.
My name is Marie-Claire Giraud. I was born on the island of Dominica in the Caribbean and raised in the Bronx, New York City. I study under the tutelage of Maestro Richard Barrett, and under his tutelage, my soprano voice was discovered. Aida is my jam. I love classic cinema, love it. And actually, my first introduction to opera was watching Elmer Fudd chase Bugs Bunny. Kill the Wabbit, everybody. Also, watching classic cinema with Paul Robeson, Mario Lanza, Grace Moore, Lily Pons, Reza Stevens inspired me, not only in my love for classic cinema, but for my love of this genre of music. Hello, my name is Marie-Claire Giraud, and I am here to sing Giancarlo Menotti's aria To This We've Come from his opera The Council at Progressive Musicians Gala Concert at Carnegie Hall tomorrow, Tuesday, November 21st. I come from the island of Dominica, and I reside in New York City.
Wonderful. Hey, pleasure. So we're playing together.
Yes, we are.
And we're rehearsing today.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
I'm very excited as well.
Tell me a little bit about this piece that we're doing To This We've Come and just the context of it. Could you give us, some...
This piece is an 8.5-minute beast.
Yes.
Of a piece.
Yes.
When I first heard about it from a teacher of mine,
Yeah.
I said, "Oh no, I don't want to sing this. This is first of all, it's new music. I'm not interested in new music, and relatively new music." And then I heard all the dissonance.
Yeah.
And then he said, "No, Marie-Claire, this is perfect for you. Got to do it. You got to do it." And I relented. And when I got into it, and the music and the lyrics, the text, which is of course where you start with, it's profoundly deep and moving, and not only relevant back then when Menotti wrote it, but relevant today in the world that we live in. So it's an honor for me.
Could you tell us a little about the story behind it? And
Sure.
Magda is the character.
So I play Magda in this. I don't even call it an aria; it's a scene because it's so long.
Yes, it is.
And Magda is basically at the end of her rope, and she is at the council's office speaking to the secretary. And basically, I've been here so many times. I filled out all the papers that I need to fill out. I've done everything. I've jumped through all the hoops. I've done everything that I need to do. Can you just let me and my family leave this country? And at the end, she just realizes that it's never going to happen. They're never going to give her anything. But instead of it ending on a low, it ends on this glorious high note of hope.
Yes. Because
amazing.
we start off with some like a sort of a slow compliment, and you're introducing what's going on to this become. And then there's papers, which is frantic,
Yes.
crazy. There's all these dissonances.
Yes.
And then there's a moment of despair and lack of hope. And then it ends with this glorious D flat major. Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be amidst that?
I mean, at the end of it, between all the papers and waiting,
Yeah.
waiting, and my child is dead, and it's just, oh my God.
Yeah.
It ends on this, oh, the day will, and it's you just unfold into this glorious music at the end, and it's just fantastic.
Do you understand now why your teacher said this is perfect for you?
Yes, because I am also an actor as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
So I was on Broadway in November acting in a Tennessee Williams play,
Wonderful.
strictly acting. So it really allows me to act out
Mhm.
the lyrics, the text, as well as the music. And it's just incredibly moving. But as a classical artist, you have to keep the emotions somewhat at bay, because if you let the emotions get away from you, then you're off the rails. So it's your temper, you're pacing yourself.
Will they be conquered? Will they be doomed?
As a singer and
Yes.
actor,
Yes,
you're basically, all their eyes are on you.
correct.
So what do you mean by you don't want to be indulgent perhaps in the emotions? What is it?
Because especially in this piece, if you because this is all about emotions, it's like a mad scene, and you cannot let yourself go too much within it, because you will go off the rails of your technique and just go into a place that is you can't return from.
Mm.
So you have to temper it, pace yourself until, of course, at the end, and then
Yeah.
you can let yourself go a little bit.
Where did you learn that? Is that an acting thing, or do you feel like that's throughout art and performing arts? Do you feel like that's
I think it's specific for classical, but I think I've used it throughout, whether I'm singing jazz or musical theater or opera, and as well as acting.
Yeah.
You can't just give everything in the first 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know the length of what you're playing, or speaking, or the text of a monologue, and you have to pace yourself throughout and not give too much in the very beginning.
Right.
Does he speak? Does he breathe? Have you ever spoken to him? He knows, but don't you understand? What can I tell you to make you understand? My child is dead. John's mother's died. My own life is in danger. I ask for your help, and all you give me is papers. What is your name, my child? Age 33. Color of hair, color of eyes, civil bearing, religion, race, place of birth, state, papers.
You recorded and sang the Great American Songbook.
Yes,
I mean, oh, this is beautiful music.
absolutely.
What is it like to explore that repertoire of the greats of New York City,
Yes.
of the American? This is the real American music
Yes,
that, you know, what
yes,
is it like to
yes.
be?
Well, I grew up in this city, and I grew up with my grandmother as well as my mom. And my grandmother loved classic movies, and I was the only one in the family that would watch them with her. So before I even sang these songs, I knew them. I knew all about Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers and Cole Porter and Irving Berlin because I was watching them from the age of 5. So before I sang them, I knew these songs. So they were already beloved to me. So to sing them, it becomes even more, and my interpretation of them is even better because I've sat with them and lived with them for so long.
That reminds me of a lot of classical musicians, perhaps, who have listened to certain symphonies or concerto or sonatas
Yes,
since they were a child, and they get to
Yes.
play it, and it's almost as if it's part of their being.
yes, yeah,
So you feel
absolutely, absolutely.
Wow.
And very much with certain arias as well. I've listened to so many versions
Mhm.
that when it comes time to sing them, I've mapped out like what this character, what this music means to me personally. Because I feel like even though you have to honor the composer with exactly what is written, in some way you have to make it your own, give it a backstory. What is my backstory? What is my story that I am telling? Because we're all storytellers.
Absolutely. I love this because I think that's what draws people into the arts
Yes,
when there's a story.
yes.
Is there a particular song in this American Songbook or a few that where you feel like
Oh
there's
my
a
God.
really great
Yeah.
story you could share with us?
Yes, I am obsessed with Irving Berlin's Change Partners. Irving,
Okay, tell us.
Irving Berlin wrote this song for Fred Astaire for the movie Carefree that he co-starred with Ginger Rogers. And in the scene, they're on this dance floor packed with a bunch of people. And Fred Astaire is dancing with another lady. Ginger Rogers is dancing with another man. And you think that Fred is singing to his partner, but he's actually singing to Ginger Rogers. And it's, must you dance every dance with the same wonderful gal? And he's singing it to her.
Yeah. Does she sing back or does she?
No, she's just listening. But her partner's listening as well. And everybody's listening. Like, what is going on?
This is
And it's just fantastic. The music is fantastic for the song.
Is it this sort of golden age of
Yes.
music, song, acting, film, theater,
Yes.
everything wrapped into one?
Everything wrapped into one, like opera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like musical theater still has that element in there?
I feel that very much so. Musical theater has that element. I say that, everybody that I love is dead because all of the music that I sing, whether it's the Great American Songbook, whether it's Broadway, whether it's opera, everyone is dead, including the musical theater that I sing, Carousel and Oklahoma and Gypsy. All these people are no longer around. So, yes.
It's a very interesting feel and very close to classical music where we're also playing the music of dead people. And yet we're channeling their stories. We're channeling the age where they come from.
Yes.
And I love that you're doing not just, the classical thing, we're doing Menotti together,
Yes.
but you're also doing the Great American Songbook. And
Yes.
we're bringing back the greats and bringing back their stories.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's going to be such a pleasure to share the stage with you.
Oh, I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
I want to end with this question. Do you have any advice for young people who are maybe like yourself,
Yes.
a woman of color, and trying to make it in the industry or trying to just share their story? Do you have any sort of advice you have for them?
I would say there's a great animated movie called Meet the Robinsons, and it's all about never giving up and embracing the failures. And because it's only when you fail do you learn. You grow from your failures. You grow from mistakes. So never be afraid to fall down. Never be afraid to make mistakes because that's when we grow.
Beautiful.
And keep moving forward, and never give up. Keep moving forward.
Embrace the failures
Exactly.
and never give up.
And never give up. Yes.
Very clear, Giraud.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Why don't you say something? Aren't you secretaries human beings like us? What will you people's do? They cannot stop the clock. dodge a bullet. What is your name? What's your name? What is your matter? All the darkness and the time is needs that I'm afraid of you. What's your name? What's your name? What is your name? This is my answer. My name is woman. Age still young. Color of hair gray. Color of eyes the color of tears. Occupation
Perform on our galas at Carnegie Hall. Our new season of auditions for classical musicians is now available. Performance opportunities for students, young professionals, and seasoned artists. Perform as a soloist or chamber ensemble at Carnegie Hall. Perform a concerto with the New York Chamber Players at Carnegie Hall. Composers submit their works to be premiered at Carnegie Hall. Audition live from the comfort of your own home. Get live evaluations from expert judges and expand your online presence through our international internet broadcasts. Additional award and performance opportunities are also available. Visit our website for full details. Don't miss out on these wonderful opportunities to advance as a musician and perform on a world-renowned stage. We look forward to hearing your performances.